Or not even. Sometimes I feel like people have their expectation or their vision that is aligned with Christ, but then they see others, and then that expectation that they have is like null and it's void. Like they have to now raise their expectation, but they don't think what they had was enough
or something that he can do for them.
So you're like, okay, maybe I need to like pray for something bigger, but maybe that's not what God is leading you to do. He's like, that expectation that you had, that's something I can fulfill for you.
Well, welcome back, everyone.
Welcome
to
back.
our final episode.
To our final episode.
Just repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
It's a repeat after me game.
Follow Bernice. Everybody say hey.
Hey.
Anyways, we're back for our final episode. Yes, we have made it to the end of the year, which is exciting.
Yeah.
It's been a ride. It has been a ride. So we just want to welcome for those who are here and listening, for the newcomers, welcome to the family. It's been a journey, but it's gonna be fun. Somebody's out here is yawning.
No, I'm
He's
not.
out here tired, man.
I'm not tired.
Well,
Long
we're filming
day.
on a different day. Like for us right now, we look very, very different compared to our regular episode.
Yes.
It's an extra special episode because it's celebrating Christmas, but we're actually filming on a weekend, so that's why we're coming from church right now.
Yeah.
And we said we have to do this episode. We have to. It's a must.
Yeah,
I know.
We have to close out the year.
This is a short turnaround for an episode, so
Yeah,
we're gonna
I
see
mean-
how this goes in terms of editing. But
It'll be great.
The Lord is your strength.
Yeah. So
It's got you.
anyways, let's start. We start off with our blessing and blunder segment. Anybody want to go first? Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. My blessing. So since Christmas, we had like a lot of food going on, and just like having those festivities of like the doctors buying you lunch, and then like all the treats and desserts. It's always the best during Christmas time because you just get food filled, and you can just go to the like kitchen and if you didn't bring lunch, you could just go in the fridge and just pour some more from yesterday, which is awesome.
Yeah.
My blunder. It's been really, really cold. Really, really, really cold. It's getting a negative like 20 with the wind chill, making it even just worse. So like, it just felt like we had a warm,
I feel like the
little
cold
bit,
came
and then
way
it
too-
cold
It came like hard. Like it wasn't like a smooth transition. It was like
one day it was like warm. It was
And
like
then-
8 degrees, and then like negative 20 tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we're pushing through it, and I feel like it's been a little bit difficult too.
you're gonna say something.
I was saying, why you guys get so surprised with this weather?
I know.
all the
That's what I'm
time?
I was just about to think.
It's
I was
like
thinking the
this
same thing.
every
It's every
single
year.
You know why?
time.
I don't know.
Because every year is actually different, and it gets warmer and warmer. So
Like
we don't
it's
predict
longer,
it to be cold because the year before was not. And when we were kids, there was a lot more snow, so we were like used to having cold weather. But now, like we've been spoiled that we have 8 degrees in November. Like that's not normal. So
Yeah, I guess I'm
just
just
saying.
please excuse the noise.
You can go.
My blessing, honestly, was just resting at home this week. I didn't do anything. I just was crocheting, trying to get Christmas gifts done, and I'm not gonna meet the deadline, but it's okay. It's all the fact is that
what is your? Do you actually have a hard deadline for yourself?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Christmas Eve, actually. I
Oh,
was
okay.
hoping that I will have everything ready and set to go, but then I got overwhelmed because I was like, there's so many things I want to crochet. Like, there's so many things I want to give to you guys, but I was like, I don't know if you guys are going to like it, if you're going to use it.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that it was fitting for each person. But I came to a conclusion. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to crochet as much as I can, and then you guys can choose what you want from the pile of crochet that I've created. So, but there's one specific one that I'm doing, and I think you're going to like it. It's like a bucket hat, but it's like a nice African print kind of looking bucket hat. So, yeah, but that was my blessing, just resting, chilling. And then my blunder is kind of like the same thing as Janet. It's cold, and I don't like cold. So, yeah, that's my blunder. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm complaining. Yeah.
She doesn't prefer the cold. It's not complaining.
I say this all the time
I
to
don't
everybody,
prefer
and I still say it. My body rejects cold.
You
I
know?
was not made
That's
for
a
this.
lie.
No, I was not made for this weather. And the Lord knew. He knew. But, other things happened, and I remained
Maybe
here.
one day you're gonna leave.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Anyways, my blessing is this season being able to play basketball with my male friends. That's
Why do you have
really
to so
cool.
be specific?
Because you don't play
male
with
friends?
female friends. You don't play
Don't
with any
discriminate.
females.
Females can play.
Do you
Your
play with
sister,
any females?
your sister knows how to play.
Yeah, I play with my sister. That's the only
Okay,
female. I
other
play
than your
with.
female.
Oh,
like,
actually,
your sister.
on Fridays usually, like I go to Bolton, to play, and then there's a girl that comes with her boyfriend. She's actually good. Like, she's a little short girl that can shoot the lights out. This Friday she crossed me. She got me good. She crossed me. I'm like, whoa! And then I chased her down and I blocked her.
Oh, you could have let her finish.
Yeah,
Nah.
You shouldn't. You ain't gonna do that to me.
He's like, I'm gonna treat her like a
Her
man.
team was yeah, you listen. Every time women play with
Well, there's a
me,
limit of how much you can be aggressive.
No.
No, but you're not gonna bulldoze
obviously
her
we're
down.
gonna play in the parameters of
Yeah, that's what
basketball.
I'm saying.
I wouldn't do that to anybody, even if that was a guy. I wouldn't. What do you think basketball is wrestling?
Yes,
No.
clearly it is because
amount of injuries.
What is it, a couple days ago or during the game, some two people are squaring up to fight.
Yeah, that's
Exactly,
different.
so
No
it's turning
that's
into
different.
WWE.
That's fighting. That's fighting.
No, I know what I'm saying.
That's
It's
different.
turning
But we're
into
talking about
aggression.
aggression when it comes to basketball.
That happens.
No
though,
one
right?
is fighting.
No, I know.
No one is like being like super rough.
That's a lie.
If you know how to play basketball, you know how to maneuver your body. So people that don't know how to maneuver their body within basketball, we don't play with them. Like if you're going in for a layup and they're running in like crazy, don't play with those guys. They'll injure you for life. But when I play with my sister, like
That's what I'm
more
saying.
that.
That's what I'm saying.
Not an elbow, but if you're trying
No,
to back
I
me up, like,
know. That's what I'm saying.
you
You
know?
play that way, but there's a limit.
we're all human. I'm joking, but I'm not. Anyways, shout out my sister. She could play. She's the best hooper in the family, I think. My blunder is I didn't put my winter tires on the car
Really?
because I've been needing to put it on, but
That's
my cousin
serious.
Patrick's been going. He's on vacation, right? So he's on vacation, and one day I was supposed to go, but I didn't put the tires in my car because I thought it was gonna be wet on the floor. He says, "Yo, if it's dry, we can do it." So in Bradford, it was wet. I go drive to Vaughan and not dry. I said, "Oh man!" So these past there's 2 times when it snowed, but this yesterday was it yesterday that snowed?
No, I think it was Friday.
Friday. Oh my gosh!
It wasn't even that bad though.
My car's front wheel drive. Oh my goodness!
It's done.
If like you can die in the car.
You need to get those tires.
It's like a go-kart if there's no winter tires.
Mario
gosh.
Kart.
It goes, zing, it slides. Hey. So let me just stop talking. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, go get those tires
No, I will.
fixed ASAP.
100%.
All right. Well, if you have anything you want to share with us, you can let us know in the comments below about your blessing and your blender. And if you enjoy these blessing and blenders, let us know. You know,
Yeah.
interaction's
Yeah.
important. You know, we
It
want
really
you
is.
guys are not ghosts. I know you guys are
Yeah.
human beings. You're not robots.
You know what I took in on
What?
Spotify?
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at people can comment on Spotify.
Yeah.
I was like,
But it doesn't show
whoa.
up though.
You have to go in the creators app. Literally for like 6 episodes in a row, Pastor Prince kept commenting.
We see you, Pastor Prince. Thank you so much.
And I was
I
like,
saw
oh,
that. I
shoot.
see it.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So comment below. Let us know. Interact with us because we want to interact with you. So let's start with our episode. This episode, we're going to just recap a little bit and talk about expectations and having expectations for the new year. I know maybe some of us have had some, is that proper English?
Yeah, have had.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. But have had some expectations. You said at the beginning of the year, you're like, I want God to do this for me. I want to do this. I want to go out. I want to travel. I want to get a new job. I want to be in a relationship. You want to have all these expectations. And you come to the end of the year, like, God, only one of these were set. I mean, met. And so, yeah, we just want to talk about the importance of keeping your expectations and that it's not just, you're not just having expectations just to have, but it's because you expect that God is going to do it for you because he's good. So what are some of your expectations that you had this year and were some of them answered or met? You all right?
Sorry, my glasses.
Squinting at me like.
I know that was a weird face.
Sorry,
So what are some of the expectations that you've had at the beginning of the year that you set, and have you seen them be met, or are you like, oh, I didn't see, or it looked different than what you expected it to come?
For me, I guess I can hit on traveling. I had traveling on like my vision board. And, I
not
thought it was
happen.
gonna have like big travels
Yeah.
in terms of like leaving. Like leaving to a hot place or
flying
like
on a plane.
resort or some type of thing, and that didn't happen for. Did it happen?
No.
No, that did not happen.
It
I
did.
did not enter a plane this year. I did not fly overseas or
You
over
had to enter
water.
into a Jeep Wagoner that can take you a lot of places.
I did, and
That was
it
a
looked
beautiful.
see,
That was like an airplane.
but it looked
man.
different.
That was a
Actually, it
beautiful
did
trip.
cross the water. Not good.
Yeah, you went to
With
New
the
York,
vehicle,
bro.
through a
We didn't
vehicle.
cross the sea. We crossed the lake.
Facts. Thank you. But like it looked different, as you were saying. It looked different in terms of we drove, and there was a lot of road trips this year, and a lot of
Because you went to Montreal too.
yes, Montreal. We went to New York. That was it.
I went to
right?
Detroit, New York.
So it was fun. It was.
I was trying this with
Come
it.
on, I was trying. How many did you go? What else? Tell them
I
what
have to
else.
think about it. I have to think about it.
I think I
But
was only
Detroit
Montreal
and,
and
and
New
New
York,
York,
right?
and probably something else.
You didn't do anything else, right?
I went to
I think that was
Brampton
it.
too.
Damn. I mean, that's a travel.
Deep Brampton or like what?
That's a travel. But yeah, it looked different, and it was still really fun. I think I don't really like road trips, or I'm not really fond of road trips because I don't like being in the car for that long, and I feel like I get car sick. But it was fun because having people in the car and being able to stop, and it kind of showed me like my parents how they like road trips, and I'm starting to kind of like road trips, and it's fun, and it just creates memories because it's just a different way of traveling, and it's just cooler.
And you put your trust in me with driving you there
Yeah.
too. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah, I was.
And I'm
not-
a great, like, if anyone wants to travel, I mean, not you guys on the screen, but friends, I'm a great passenger
She is
princess.
top notch.
I can help you eat your sandwich. I
Top
can help you
notch.
toggle the GPS.
Yeah.
I can help you play the music.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good skill to have as a wife. So that you got that.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
some help with that one.
Yeah, she's a backseat driver.
I'm not the.
Backseat and front seat driver.
I'm not the passenger. I'm usually the driver. So
She likes to be in control.
I'm the one who's driving. So I need.
I hope you don't drive a day in your life when you enter the stage of marriage. I hope.
Damn, she's not gonna like
Drive
that.
That won't
once a
happen.
month.
She's not gonna like that.
Why would you say that?
What happened?
You want to be chauffeured around?
Not really.
Like
Lord-
loves control, bro.
I know.
Holy, let go.
bad. Let
go.
go.
Something.
The Lord is working in my heart. I'm telling you, He is. He is. He is.
Submit
Gosh.
a little bit.
I submit under the Lord. I do. Why do I feel like this lashes fall off my face? But yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
But thanks for
But
sharing,
yeah,
yes.
I'll come back around. You guys can share.
okay. Well, did you have expectations?
For
well, yeah, I think you
me,
did, but yeah.
oh,
No.
this year I didn't do any vision board. They did. They had a vision board.
No.
Party.
Let me just explain that he was supposed to do the
Yes.
vision board. Okay, because we
When they're done
encouraged him
talking,
to
I'll do
do
it.
it multiple times, especially around this area.
We
We said
bought him a board.
everything was
We
prepared.
advocated.
We did. We said just
printed out stuff.
get it done. It's like it's too big. It's too big. Next time I just do Canva. Just put. I said, well, you can still do the same thing. Just cut it out and put it on the board.
Did you end up doing the camera?
So no, he did not. He didn't do
Are you guys
anything.
ready to listen?
I'm
to
ready
me?
to listen. I
Okay,
just have to
so
explain to the audience because
Okay,
he
they
was
said
supposed to.
that, but I know deep down in my heart that no, it's not the time to do a vision board. Not saying vision boards is bad, is that I stuck to my 2-year ago vision board. I said that needs to be fulfilled before I enter into a new vision board. I just feel like doing a vision board every year is like,
It's important because your
Man,
vision can
it's
change.
the whole year.
I get it.
12 months.
I get it, but I was focused on that vision board that I had. And on that vision board, what was on there?
I feel like he's using that as an excuse. but
No, it's
anyways.
true.
Go ahead. Yeah, go
On
ahead.
that vision board that was on there, a new job. And we have gotten the new
Twice
job.
actually.
I got 2 jobs. Oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't count that.
You see?
Damn.
Now you're
No,
dismissing.
no, I'm not
you're
dissing
dismissing
God.
the bridge that
No.
got you to the next position.
Was it a bridge?
It was a bridge. That thing carried you. You got to know that.
Okay, it did
It definitely
financially.
did.
Okay, we're not disrespecting that job, but you get what I'm trying to say.
It wasn't the job that you wanted, but it was a job that you needed to
Yes.
get to the next stage.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I feel like I'm a judge.
You are.
prosecuting him.
It's like,
You know? So, and a couple other things, but this year, we're going to do a new one.
yes.
We're going to do one that makes sense to me. We're going to do one that, so, but yeah, that's my answer.
My expectations this year definitely did not turn out the way I thought it would. I'm thinking about how I started the year because
Did you know you were going to school in the beginning of the year?
yeah. I knew by then because I applied in the fall, but it was more so the job part because I remember I didn't
Did
have
you
a
write?
job. Remember, I didn't. In my vision board, I wanted a job, and I put like
In your field.
yes in my field, obviously, but obviously that wasn't gonna happen because I'm going to school. But yeah, because at the end of 2023, like I didn't have a job except for I was working at the seniors home.
Oh, yeah.
And then I transitioned into working with Boys and Girls Club. And then I had to quit that job because I had to go to school. So all I was relying on was like church.
That was 2024, too.
That was this year, January. And then
Bernice had 5 jobs.
I'm telling you, it felt like I was rotating. And then thankfully I got a job in July at Good Life. But like even now, it's just like, it wasn't like, all I'm gonna say, like the Lord definitely said, "You better trust me, girl," because He used those things to sustain me. But my expectation wasn't as exactly what I wanted it to be. But it doesn't mean it wasn't like I wasn't like not growing, because I was growing in the fact of my like learning to like rely on the Lord, learning to budget, even though I still am struggling with that. But the Lord's still working on me, you know, He's still working on that area. But yeah, I just have to learn how to budget and be wise with what I have and just be thankful with what I got. And yeah, I wasn't like I didn't have money, but it wasn't exactly where I wanted to be. So
Facts.
yeah, it was just
Tough. Financially, things could be tough. I was talking to one of my friends today, and we are talking about just the expectations in life, and he was like, "Yo, Nana, I just need a win. I need a win." And I'm like, "Yo, I get it. I get how you feel like that, but at the same time, it's perspective as well.
Yeah.
Other people could look at your life and be like, whoa, I need that. Like, yo, I would love to be in that position. And the theme of what you need to be focused on right now is like you need patience. It's like, yo, I tried God, I tried this, I tried that. And I'm like, well, sometimes you be praying and stuff like that, and God is silent.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Just say, I'm done?
I'm done,
And not like, So a lot of people probably feel like that.
I was going to say, do you find that like Christians today, like we are so, I guess because it's just this generation of everything has to come fast, that we think like everything that we pray for should come fast.
Yeah.
And so we just get so impatient. And so it's like your friend said, like, I tried God and like I prayed, but like how long? Like, if Sarah waited for that long to have a child.
That's the stories people are not educating themselves on.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
well, they can just say it's like, it's not me. That was that generation, or that was that story, but it's not me. We have things in place now. It should be different. But it teaches us that patience. It teaches us that perseverance. And people, I feel, are not really practicing that because in the long term, there's a lot of stuff that you do need to wait for longer than, it being the snap of your finger, and that helps you to trust for other things that are going to come up in your life. Because life is hard, and it's a journey, and certain things don't come as quick as we think.
Yeah, and I think comparison is a thief of joy.
Definitely.
We're in the media age where you're on social media and you're comparing your life to others. People are getting married, people are getting this job, pulling up in cars like this, having houses like this, and it's like, yo, I don't have that. And subconsciously you're seeing stuff like that, but low-key it's affecting you. It's affecting your brain and how it works. Whereas like even for me, graduating out of high school, 2 years removed from college. 2 years removed from college, I'm seeing these people, like some of these people on like
doing
breakfast television and doing all this stuff in the media. I'm like, damn, when it's not gonna be my turn, but it happened for me. So sometimes you just have to wait and not let that joy in the process be diminished because I'm looking at others and damn, that's not me, and then your joy just goes
or not even. Sometimes I feel like people have their expectation or their vision that is aligned with Christ, but then they see others, and then that expectation that they have is like null and it's void. Like they have to now raise their expectation, but they don't think what they had was enough
or something that he can do for them.
So you're like, okay, maybe I need to like pray for something bigger, but maybe that's not what God is
wants
leading
you
you
to,
to do. He's like, that expectation that you had, that's something I can fulfill for you.
Yeah, or want to do in your life,
Yeah.
right?
And can you even handle the blessing that you want too?
That's
I feel
a
like
good thing to mention too.
We
Yeah.
say that so much that we need to say it again so it can bask in our brains. Like, can you handle the money that you're trying to get?
Yeah.
Like, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Can you handle like taking care of this person, taking care of that person?
New relationships, new career change.
Yeah, I
new
think
roles.
I was oh gosh, that one went away, but it was talking about how we it's gone. Dang it. Sorry guys.
How we covet stuff.
No, it was based on what you were talking about and how like how can we handle the blessing? Or I think it was more so like we oftentimes think like, oh, God is taking so long. God is taking so long. But it's like he's taking so long because he's trying to get rid of that thing that will make you lose that blessing and misuse it and abuse it. And then like it then affects other people because once again, you're not only worried about yourself, you have destinies attached to your life. You have generations attached to your life. So whatever you do, God's plan is that people come to know Jesus. People come to come back to him, right? And so if he's using you as that vessel to get other people to come to know him, and then he's like, hey, I want your ministry to be blossoming. I want you to reach nations. And then your character is the one thing that he's really trying to work inside of you, but you're like, no, God, I'm ready. If he prematurely gives you that blessing and your ministry then grows, and then you abuse your people that you're serving, then who gets the blame? It's not going to be the person that's like you got the blessing. It's going to be God, because it's like, God, well, you told me this is the time, so what happened? So it's like you just being able to sit and wait at the feet and just know that, okay, if he's taking long, that means the blessing is big and I need to be prepared for it so that I don't mishandle the blessing that he has for me.
Yeah. Even for me, on a lower scale, I remember telling myself, like, the job I need to get, like, I need to be working downtown for a company or working for Sportsnet or something like that. For so long, for like a year, I was just applying.
Yeah.
No, we're moving on from your application. No. Even to this day, I'm still getting emails.
Receiving emails.
I'm just seeing, however, we're moving on to, I'm like, God,
those are the worst emails.
like, why are you even sending me this?
Right?
But until I open my brain to think about, okay, let me see what ministry is saying. Because I always told myself, I was telling myself in the year of 2024, I don't think I can go back to ministry. Like, that's it, But I had to remove my feelings from one church and not always thinking like
it's always going to be like that.
Perfect.
In every church.
Yes.
Yeah, there's different churches and different people in the church that can bring something out of you.
100%.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'm like, if it's like this here, it's going to be like this there. And that's what people do when it comes to this being attended at church.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this person hurt me. Every church is like this. I'm not going to church. I'm just going to watch online. But it's like, that's not the point. Like today I was late and the amount of grace that was extended towards me. I said, what the heck?
It's weird.
What are you talking about? You should be mad right now. Oh, it's okay. I understand. You live for it and stuff like that. Now, what the heck? Right? So, yo, man, just never know.
I was going to say something about how you talked about like how it's like if you go to one place, it's going to be like that. And so you just like, you didn't want to go back into the ministry. But it just reminded me about how like people can have expectations for this year or like 2 years ago or last year. And they're like, oh, I have this great expectation. They have so much joy, so much fire. And at the end of the year, that year was one of the worst years ever. So their expectation now gets lower because like, well, God didn't do it for me this year, so I'm not even going to bother.
Just ask for like...
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother asking about the same thing again. I'm just going to accept that it's going to be like this forever. And that's how people lose hope. And that's how people lose the motivation to continue to trust in God. And so you see people start doing things where it's like, yeah, in the name of Jesus. And then they start doing other things outside of Jesus. Like, oh, I'm spiritual, I've seen this where it's like they believe in Jesus and then they're doing astrology at the same time. So they're like using the astrology to kind of dictate where they're going in life. Yeah. And then they're still proclaiming Jesus. It's like, but like, I don't think you could be believing in signs and the stars and then this alignment and then also proclaiming Jesus. But it's like because they lose the faith and they lose hope that they're like, okay, well, if Jesus didn't do it for me, I need to go outside of Jesus and then maybe that person or this thing will help me to achieve what I want. Yeah, it's kind of sad. It's unfortunate, but and the reason why I wanted to do this episode, I think for me, is just to encourage everyone that yes, your year may have been terrible, or it could have been actually amazing. Actually, some people could have had the best year of their life. Some people I know, like, they got married, they got into a job like Nana, they're making a good amount of money. They're able to, bless their family and bless other people. And some people, on the other hand, it was a lot of loss, like financially, physically, their health went down, mentally they were struggling. But this is to encourage everyone, like, even though you may have had a good year, you may have had a bad year, or was just in the middle, keep your expectations high, because at the end of the day, the center of it all is Jesus, and he's constant. So if he's consistent and he's constant, then your expectations, it will never be cut short, because there is joy at the end of it all, right? And just remembering that as we go into 2025, I know our expectations are high. I think we've leveled it up. For me, I'm not even gonna lie. The podcast at the beginning, I was like,
yeah, Bernice is a Debbie Downer.
I was. I'm not gonna lie.
At least for me, I was carrying it, and then midway through the year, I was like, I'm tired.
I don't think it's gonna work. And then
I'm tired.
Yeah.
This is my really down point. I'm not gonna lie. December.
It's like a winding.
Where I'm like, yo, I need to go on vacation.
Fair, and you have those points of like resting and just relaxing and recovering and getting ready for the year. But I know our expectations for this podcast is great, and we want to do big things, because we believe that this podcast has something to offer, and not just to know, like, for people to know our name, but it's like for Jesus' name to be glorified. And like to see that happen it requires, your support. It requires your prayers. It requires the support of people to see that, okay, this is a ministry. It's not just a podcast, but it is a ministry in a sense. So if you believe in us, I think our request for this 2025 is to help us get to the point where people will know about this, and reach, people who don't know Christ, or maybe they do and they're just struggling in certain areas.
Yeah, I think also too is important for people to try new stuff. Try new stuff that can give you a better perspective on life. And it doesn't always have to be, I'm going to try to be a podcaster, I'm going to try to be a YouTuber. Maybe it's like, okay, I'm going to try out a new Bible study this year, and getting to know people that can grow my character, grow how I talk to people. It can be so many different things. When you're living a life of, like, you feel like life is just going down, whereas it's like, do little stuff that can help your character, do little stuff that can just help life be more fresh, more better, instead of just going to work, coming home, and just being a Debbie Downer and stuff. Like, I get it. Life can be like that, but let's just try something different this year. Like, maybe therapy, try that. Like, don't just want to stay on the same level. We always say, we want to level up, high expectations, but we always think that's money or a job.
Like
or a
physical
house,
thing, materialistic.
Personal development.
But what are them little things? What about the little things that add up to the big things, right? So, yo, man, come on. We're in this together.
We are in this together, and this year is going to be great, and we are going to exceed our expectations, and the Lord will exceed our expectations. And as long as we have hope and we just rely on one another and do our best, and also do our own personal work, I feel like as we personally grow, that the podcast will grow with it.
Yeah, and I also feel like, hopefully I don't lose this out my brain. Your phone got me. That's why.
Sorry. It's gone.
Damn.
I don't know what's going on today, but we lost a train of thought blocking. I don't know what's going on, but it'll come back to you. It'll come back to you.
Restore all that is lost.
I hope this is like some airhead behavior, man.
It's really not.
It happens.
No, it actually happens.
It's actually called thought blocking.
Literally gone, in a second.
Yeah, it'll come back to you though. But I don't know who is going with it. But I was gonna say, just keep God at the center of all, and do your vision board. If you've never tried making a vision board, I encourage you to do it this year. It literally could be like 3 things. Well, actually, there could be
5 categories or 5.
It could be 5 areas or 6 areas of your life that you want to see growth, or you want things to happen, and you want things, he's really trying to get this train of thought. But you want things to, you want the Lord to do things for you in that area of your life. And so like personal development, spiritual growth, career, financial, health, what else? Travel.
So personal development.
Yeah, personal development. But if like set a board. It doesn't even have to be a board. It can be paper like Nana does. Canva. Just use Canva.
Literally.
Put pictures, words, verses, because it's always important that you have all of these things. But if it's not even aligning with the word of God, I'm just letting you know that it's not gonna happen.
And plus, to add on, is a lot of the times we have all these dreams, visions, and goals, but we don't write any of it down. And the Lord says to write it down and make it plain. So write it down at least. Even if you don't do the vision board, at least put the categories in and have a note in your phone. If that's all you could do for the year, and put 2025 goals and see how the Lord will work. Because at least me looking back at my vision board, like a lot of things were accomplished in different ways and maybe not how I thought it would come out, but it happened. And I'm glad to have that vision board, because when I look at it, I'm like, okay, this is what I accomplished in 2024.
Yeah.
So 2025 vision board loading.
Yes, load it up. And I would say try to get it done before the new year, but if you don't, that's okay. But you have the month of January to envision what you want the rest of your year to look like.
Yeah.
So
one of my goals this year for you guys, I'll say it so you guys can hold me accountable. I'm gonna do a Christmas party, a family Christmas party. I'm thinking about for next year.
wow, he really going.
I'll be these Christmas parties. I'm very serious about.
I know.
I'm gonna do a Christmas party early December, first week of December.
Yeah, that's.
Then I'm gonna go to Ghana.
Amen.
I'm going.
Yep.
I'm going.
How would they say that? Is it Detsy December? How did they say Detsy
December?
Detsy December.
But I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna go after Christmas because I want to be there for church. I want to help at church when it comes to media stuff.
You're gonna miss the whole point of going to Ghana is to go.
No,
Christmas.
I don't really.
I'm
gonna experience New Year's though. I'm gonna experience New Year's.
All I'm saying is Christmas is different.
I can be there on the 26th. I think I'll be okay.
You should be there the whole week.
Yeah, you can't just go to Ghana for
7
26.
days.
I feel like it's
We
gonna be
will
probably-
see.
Anyways, you're right. You don't know what the Lord will do, and maybe he will return.
will
And you miss.
You're so dumb. You're actually like, what's wrong with you, bro?
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is just a quick episode, just to encourage you guys as we take our break for the next couple of weeks. We'll be back in the new year. We're not gonna be too long. But yeah, honestly, for me personally, I just ask that you guys pray for us and just keep us in your prayers. And yeah, sometimes you need moral support, because sometimes it can feel lonely. It can feel like we're not moving. It feels like we're stuck. But
facts.
we know that you guys are all here supporting us. So yeah, send us encouragement. Feel free to send us a note. Doesn't matter.
A message, a
message.
DM. Watch the old videos that are up, old episodes. Catch up if you haven't watched anything.
Yeah.
And we'll be back
next year by God's grace, better than ever. So you already know what you need to do. Go like, subscribe, comment below, share with a friend, share on your social medias, and we'll be back next year. That's it. That's all I got for you.
All right, guys.
The Lord loves you. Bye.